going to stay right here on this page, and we're going to go to D. Phillips. D hails from New Lenox, also on the hinterlands of the Will County over here. D published her first opinion page article in the Herald News on July 29, 2018. That's a very specific date, significant date, right? It was titled Enjoy Garden's Abundance. Since then, about 60 articles, poems, and limericks have been published in the opinion page of the Herald News, and several more in the Tribune and the New Lenox Patriot. Dee presented her first limerick last year at Calkins Day. Perhaps a book is in her future? Tonight she will read a piece called 911, which she says is based on personal experience. Dee.
Now, this will be an audience participation. So when I hold this up, I want everybody to yell,
Call 911.
Okay. Now these are true stories. Okay. Okay, we've had several different incidents throughout our life that have happened with relation to 911 calls. The first one, we had a dog that was caught in our culvert while it was chasing a squirrel or a chipmunk. It wasn't our dog. The police came and couldn't get him out, and then they
called 911
for the fire department. They used the jaws of life to get the dog out of the culvert. So there we are with this culvert all in pieces. The dog, of course, scurried off, scared, back home. But we did get a new culvert out of it, which was good because our other one that we had was too high. Okay. The second incident we had was a house fire in May of 1988. I thought someone was roasting marshmallows, and I was in the family room, and I said to my husband, I smell someone, it smells like someone's roasting marshmallows. I turned around, and there's smoke billowing through the house. So we went around into the family room, and I yelled at my husband, the house is on fire. There were flames shooting up the one corner of the wall, and I told him, call 911. Okay, what happened was my son, who was probably about 9 at that time, you know how you used to build forts? So he had a blanket over this chair, and we had a desk lamp, and the heat from the desk lamp started it on fire. So luckily, thank God, we had plastered walls. So the flames, they went up in the smoke, they billowed, they melted the curtains. Of course, the chair and the rug were toast. But I thought what was real interesting, we had a desk right next to it, which had papers. And the only thing on the paper, there was a little bit of singeing. So I honestly feel there had to be an angel there flapping its wings to, protect it. Okay. Then the next incident, it was a stormy night. I got up maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because you could hear thunder and lightning. And then all of a sudden, I heard a large clap of thunder, and you could just hear, that there was something going on. Well, our house was struck by lightning. I put my hands together, and I literally said, oh God, please don't let us lose the house. Because earlier in the year, my son, who was down at Urbana at school, had a house fire, which the whole thing, no one luckily got hurt or, they got out of it. So when I told, and this happened, what did I tell my husband? Call 911. Okay. The lightning hit the antenna, traveled down the ground wire, and fried our TVs. Then it traveled through the ground and blew out our well pump and the neighbors. I could smell something burning. I always have a real good sense of smell. My husband, says, hear it and smell. We had the firemen come out, they checked the attic, everything was fine. Of course, we had to get new TVs, and then we had to, I think when I was, I don't know, flushing the toilet or whatever, it was getting like gray, so I knew there was a problem with the well, so we had to have that taken care of. Then, before we annexed into New Lenox, remember you used to go out and burn papers? And this was early in the winter, and I asked my son to go out and burn some papers. Of course, it was a little windy, and we had a pile of grass in the back from mowing during the year. So guess what? We had a grass fire in winter. So we had to call 911. So luckily that got, put out, and we didn't get any citations because we weren't in New Lenox yet. So, and I had asked the fireman when he was out, I said, oh, were you here when we had our house fire? And he says, oh no, I was here when your house was struck by lightning. So, then, in 2014, we were on our way to Chicago Botanical Garden, and where 294 and 88 split, we were hit by a car, and she had, I don't know, if someone caused her to hit the one concrete embankment. She came over, hit us, she rolled, and pushed us across 2 lanes of traffic on 294, and we hit the concrete abutment there. Car was totaled. Luckily, we had a good Samaritan that came, and what did he do? Call 911. So as I almost passed out, but then I told my husband, you know what, we got a chair in the back. So he pulled the chair out, and there I am, sitting on the side of the road on 294 as the semis are going by. And when the ambulance came and took us to the hospital. And I swear it had to be, they always say if it's a full moon, there's always a lot of people in the emergency. We sat, or I was in the hallway waiting for a doctor to check me out, and we were in 2 separate ambulances, and I had a broken collarbone, and Ken, my husband, had a few ribs that were kind of out of order, shifted, and as I was laying there waiting for the CAT scans and stuff, of course I'm telling them, I really have to go to the bathroom. I really have to go to the bathroom. Can you get up? And I says, no. So they bring the bedpan. And well, of course, then they saw the purple marks from the seatbelt. And so I had to go back and have another CAT scan because you could see the imprint from the seatbelt. So anyway, that, we healed from that. It took a while. And I always say, thank God for a good Samaritan, and that no semis at the time were passing when we were getting pushed across those 2 lanes. Then, on May 29th, 2018, I fell and broke my arm. I was looking at a sign at the window of Evelina's in Frankfurt and tripped, went down on my knees, went down on my arms, and I was like, oh shit. So anyway, I go to get up. Well, this arm luckily I had my purse up there to kind of cushion it. This arm, as I got up, went, instead of this way, went this way. So then I knew, oh, this is bad. Went down, pulled my arm over to kind of straighten it out, which I don't know when you're in shock. You don't know what you should do, if I should have done that or not. Anyway, I knew the gal from Evelina's. She came out, she said, can you get up? I said, no. I said, call 911. Yeah. So then I had given her my phone, and I said, call my husband, tell him to meet me over at, Silver Cross Hospital. So that was May 29th. They x-rayed it, and I said, I hope you're not releasing me. So I had surgery on it that Sunday and got out of the hospital Memorial Day. So, so that Memorial Day will be my memory, and I thank God for the 911 responders that have helped us over the years. I even toured a fire truck and an ambulance with my husband and granddaughter when they had Touch a Truck event in New Lenox last year. It was interesting stepping up in the ambulance. I don't know, you know, usually if you're going to go into an ambulance, it's on a stretcher.
Right.
So you wouldn't believe how high those are. So I grabbed the, you know, whatever thing to try to get up, and there I was crouched. And then, you know, when you get in the laughing jag, and I was thinking, oh God, I hope I get up. So anyway, I got up, saw what the inside of an ambulance looked like, standing rather than, you know, on my back. And then I'm thinking, okay, now how am I going to be able to get out of this? So I said, well, one thing, I hope, you know, I thought, well, I hope I don't fall and need another 911 call, but I know one thing, at least they were right there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that the 911 folks are not thanking God, they're thanking your checkbook. You have bought somebody a boat. Holy cats. And please, when we leave, walk 10 feet ahead of us, if you would, okay?